And so, it came to pass that Chrissy and the royal knight Klein set out to town in search of a suitable bride for Prince Lucius.
So, I take it there was no luck on the last girl, was there?
I don't know why. It just seems as if many of them are only interested in him for the title and not much anything else. You'd think that with that kind of position, finding true love would be very simple.
Sorry to say, but it's quite the contrary. With that kind of power, most people would only see marrying the prince as a means of never going to work again. So with a grand opportunity like that, anyone with a gram of common sense would gladly jump to the occasion of marrying into money and being waited on, hand and foot.
So in a nutshell, finding a bride for the prince is going to be tougher than I thought.
Moments later during their stroll of the city, the two came to a decision and decided to search outside of the kingdom in order to find a genuine response. Their travels led them to a distant, forest village that upon entering, felt pure and refreshing. Then off in the distance, Klein notices a unique, young maiden and rushes to get her attention.
Hello there. My name is Klein. We're here on official business in order to help a friend out. In all honesty, I'm very curious to know how a unique, beautiful woman like yourself ended up in a place like this.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Klein. My name is Leda Azora. And to tell you the truth, I was born and raised in this place my entire life. It's always a pleasure to see new faces come here. Please make yourselves at home. Ever since my mother passed on, I was bestowed this land to maintain its splendor. In all honesty, it's been too long since I've seen another visitor come here. I've been so isolated from others in this place that it feels like centuries since I've had human interaction.
Whoa, that's incredible. You've inherited such breathtaking land and resources, and yet you're very humble to your visitors. You just might be the one we're looking for.
I'm sorry. By that, you mean?
I have an idea. Leda, would you care to accompany us to meet someone in a nearby kingdom? I guarantee you won't regret it.
After a persuasive argument, Leda was convinced into joining Klein and Chrissy in meeting Prince Lucius for the first time. The duo escorted Leda to the palace, where they let the young woman and Prince Lucius get some alone time with each other. When the young prince first laid eyes on her, he knew at that moment he couldn't remain seated in her presence.
Please excuse my shyness, Miss Azora. After my last few mishaps, I wasn't prepared to meet someone as unique as you. My name is Prince Lucius, and I'm the next heir to Eden's throne. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh no, the pleasure is all mine. I guess the stories I heard about you were true. Despite your family's prestige, you remain pure, kind and innocent. In all honesty, I don't even sense a shred of arrogance within you, and that alone is something exceptionally rare among royalty.
To tell you the truth, Leda, being born into prestige isn't all it's cracked up to be. To many people in this kingdom, my birthright makes it impossible for me to have a normal life. Throughout my childhood, it's been difficult making friends. How can you relate to people who only see you as the king's son, rather than you as your own person? That's why my social groups have always remained small. That's why I'm not just grateful for having Chrissy and Klein as my closest friends, but also you too.
You know, it's funny. You and I have just met, and yet it feels like I've known you my whole life. After our embrace, I felt such a warmth coming from you. You're like the sun to my moon, the day to my night. You're my exact opposite, and yet we're so alike. I guess this is what people call love at first sight.
After hearing Leda's poetic words firsthand, Prince Lucius couldn't hold back his emotions and decided at that moment to stand by Leda's side. Overjoyed with the wonderful news of Leda and Lucius' impending union, Klein and Chrissy celebrated. Yes, there was an air of happiness spreading throughout Eden. After a few days of enjoying one another's company, Leda decided to be completely honest with her lover and called him out one night to discuss her hidden truth.
I've never been to a place like this before, Leda. So tell me, what's on your mind?
Lucius, words cannot describe how much meeting you has changed my life. However, I feel that it's best that you must know the good, bad, and the ugly truth about me. Tell me. Do you know the story of the 5 heroes who defeated the Queen of Shadows, Lilith?
At this point, I doubt there are many people around who don't know that story. From what I remember, Lilith got sealed away in a dark matter orb, deep underground and remains hidden.
Yes, however that's only half the story. The woman sitting right next to you is the other half. I'm a fragmented aspect of Lilith that was created just in case the original was defeated.
How can that be? Lilith was defeated over a millennium ago.
Before her final battle, Lilith planned this from the beginning. I was a fragmented piece that remained dormant until I was able to mature and search for my missing half. I've spent countless years fighting Lilith's desires to search for her. This rosario I wear is imbued with the power to resist the temptation and allows me to become my own person.
I'm going to be honest with you, Leda. This is going to be a lot to take in. I mean, it's not every day that you hear your lover is a fragment of an ancient evil that was sealed away, long ago.
Lucius, I'm so sorry. I should have told you this from the beginning. I didn't want to hurt or get anyone involved with my internal struggles. Please forgive me.
What's not to forgive? I love you, Leda. You could be an angel, monster, or vampire. It wouldn't make any difference. All I care about is that what we have is special.
At that moment, the duo's union was officially solidified. As the entirety of Eden rejoiced, civil unrest brooded over the horizon.